Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatsMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, it's Friday. Friday's the day of the week we hand the reins over to the BonBon buddies over on Patreon and say, hey guys, vote us in a map. And they've gone with this one. Now, it's a creator we did not so very long ago, and that last map, while you guys really quite enjoyed it, I was a little bit lukewarm towards it. Honestly, I don't feel it was this creator's best work. There were some very nice touches in it, but overall, it was a bit yeah. Today's map is not a bit yeah. It is very lovely, very busy, and possibly a little bit overworked in places. Now, if all I'm going to do is moan about a map being overworked, we really need to find something to do about that, don't you think? That's right, clicking that like button really will support my channel and encourage me to moan about more things being overworked in the future. Today's map is Crystal Summits by Random 5. Now have a look at that thumbnail. We've got a peak down on a peninsula near the sea. Ooh. Okay, there's your start square, and the start square is fine. I'd just like to see a little bit more land. We could push out a little bit more into that ocean, possibly. Minor grumbles. Terrain heights look really nice. In fact, they are very much a star of the show, and the resources are good and strong and usable as well. Okay, next question is, if you've got Sunset Harbour, what does the fishing look like? And the answer is it looks like this, and that is all fine too. If you don't have Sunset Harbour, then you won't have a clue what I'm talking about. Off to the workshop, what do we need? No DLC required for this one. Ability to read as always, and then we have a nice description with some instructions about mods, such as the unlimited tree mod, and we have some ultimate eye candy settings and all that kind of stuff. But if we head over to the one-click collection, you'll see we are using the Stray Cats theme Homecoming and the Relight Cooler LUT, a whole bunch of trees, quite a few rocks as well. There's a lot of rock detailing on this, and the mountain grass has been used very well in today's map. You'll see that once we get there, and a few custom bridges too. Okay, down to ground level. Now, we're not going to take an extensive look at the highways today. We're going to go pretty much straight to the start square and then get onto the rail, because honestly, the highways are I think I've taken the most interesting route. And it's just 4 highways leading down to a crossroads intersection. Oh, by the way, the detailing on these bridges, I don't know whether I like them or not. I think it's nice and creative. I think they look good, but I feel that they're probably for a smaller road. But I kind of like the architectural idea of actually having the supporting going through the concrete. So while I don't like it, I also find it quite interesting, and so I'm happy for that. Anyway, yes. So the roads, 4 highways, or 2 highways running across each other into one intersection, and then a branch off of there down one of the highways will take us to the start square. And all the highways are pretty uninteresting. I mean, that's a good thing, really, because highways aren't necessarily supposed to be the high point of a map at all. Little tunnel coming through here. We'll have a look at the rock detailing on the left in a moment. You'll see a lot of tree coverage, a lot of dense forestry. Where's that coming out? Oh, it's over here. Yeah, so yeah, the highways are. This is the most exciting and interesting of all of the routes, and it's honestly it's not very thrilling, but does it need to be? Right, here's that crossroads intersection where the 2 crisscross highways will intersect with each other. So there's going to be a lot of traffic going through here when your city gets big, and if anything, that's going to be that. All these head off to the fog, by the way. Anyway, all the traffic's going to be running through here. It might be a bit much if you're going for a big city, because again, this does feel like a big city build as well. I feel that a few of the tricks for getting traffic going through the start square may be a plan for this one. But all told, I think it's still very workable. A nice bit of detailing under the bridge here, and again, custom bridge going on here. It's almost perfectly aligned. It's very close to perfectly aligned, the custom bridge on there. It's very difficult to get it absolutely spot on perfect, I can tell you that one. from experience. Another nice little intersection here with the custom suspended section. Very neat and tidy as well. And again, it just looks, the whole map looks really very nicely done indeed. We nip through here, we'll be going into the start square, which will give us around about the end, and somewhere in here, if we pull back, you'll see today's asset of the day. And this one, it's very generic. It's very generic. Now, Khrysler has uploaded a couple of factories this last week. This is the General Industry Co. by Khrysler, and they've done a real-life factory as well. I don't remember what that was called now, but it's one that I do recognise the name. Anyway, very nice bit of extra industry. Can't have enough custom industry assets, can we really? Factoids, because factoids. On today's date, the 5th of June in 17... Sorry, I need to put a light on. Ah, that's better. In 1783, the first hot air balloon was invented. It was made of nothing more robust than paper. So there you go. The 5th of June in 1783, the very first hot air balloon. Now, other factoids today include things like Mark Wahlberg was born today on this very date in, I don't remember what year, but I happen to know that because he shares a birthday with a famous poet and a small-time YouTuber. I can't remember their name either. I'm kidding. Stick your messages in the comments, thank you very much. Today's asset to the General Industry Co. by Khrysler. Today's asset of the day, and asset skippers will have missed that little bit of nonsense trivia. Okay, now let's have a look at the rail, shall we, as we just cruise through the environment towards I think we'll go to the northern edge, if you can call it the northern edge. The way we're facing, we're going to go off that way, but we need to take a right to get there. We'll have a look at catenaries in a minute, and a possible slight raise in the little bit of terrain incline there, but not too bad. All told though, very clean and tidy, very nice bridging. Very nice bridging, I've got to say. That looks really very slick and lovely as well. Marvellous, marvellous. Can't have enough marvellous in a map. Staying elevated to go across the highway means it stays nice and level and clean and tidy again. And we'll make our way off towards the edge of the map. So, right, so we are heading towards the 1000th review now, counting down towards the 1000th review. Now, I have plans. I know pretty much what I'm going to be doing for the 1000th review. But now, if you've got any maps that you particularly want reviewed between now and then, get your requests in now. The waiting list is about this amount of time between now and the 1000th review. Because after the 1000th review, I'll be taking a very short break. I'm tired. Okay? BonBon's tired. All he's been doing is map reviews for, I have a look here, we've got Catenary Chaos right there and there. Yeah, I've been doing map reviews for 3.5 years now. It won't be long. It'll be a week, maybe 2, maybe 3. We'll see. I'm just gonna recharge. I'll still be here. I'll still be doing stuff. I'll still be putting out content, especially the Steam Weekly Chart Show. That will keep going as well. But I just kind of need a bit of a rest. I'll still be keeping a list of all of the new quality maps that are reviewed. So when I come back, released. So when I come back, there should be a hatful of really nice maps to catch up on. So that'll be good. That's the plan. But yes, if you're looking forward to the 1000th show, that is coming up in just a few weeks now. But then I'll just be taking a very brief rest. Little respite. I think it'll help us all, actually. Oh, we're liking these bridges. Again, good bridge work. They're not perfectly aligned, and they look perfect because they're not perfectly aligned. I like that. That is really very tidy, clean work there from a random 5 of those bridges. Now, heading off towards the fog. The fog is obviously switched off. We can see right to the edge of the map. But there's something to be said about hiding your connections right on the edge of the map, because sometimes they're just a bit ugly, aren't they? Anyway, we're going into a tunnel here, and this will lead us up to our ugly connections on the edge of the map. But I mean, these trees look great, don't they? These trees look really well placed. Anyway, there we connections, edge of the map. Hang on, where's that tunnel? Where'd the tunnel go? Did anybody notice where the tunnel went? And the answer is custom rocks. We're masking them under these custom rocks. Well done. That's a very neat... I don't want to see this on every map, but this is a very neat way of just cleaning up the edge of the map. Completely unnecessary because it'd be deep in fog, but a very neat little touch.
Are your soggy little Sims constantly getting even more soggy? Are you continuously drowning your trees and soaking your city? Then you need BonBonB's flood management tutorial. Click the information button now.
And so back to Crystal Summit by Random 5, and we have shipping routes. Well, shipping route, and just the one with no branches or anything. It just follows the coast all the way around here. Now we do have a bit of a river mouth, and it might have been nice to have seen the shipping route just poke its nose into that river mouth, but not really essential. I think we'll be okay. Now water flow, we have the main river that comes down through and past the start square, emerges over here. It's a little bit light at the river mouth, which is where the start square is, but there is a little bit of motion there. You're probably going to be okay, but those that like a little bit of extra water strength might be a little bit in trouble, just a little bit. Just observations. Right, observations. The map looks great. We've got a great theme and LUT. We've got some relight tweaks as well. Here's your start square. Like I say, could do a little bit more land on the start square, I feel. And then we have got so many little things to look at, mostly based around rock work. Now this, to me, all of the hills on this map are kind of limestone, crumbly limestone, getting eroded, and you'll see a lot of loose rock material. And on the whole, it's very nice work. Like here, you can imagine the water running off of these hills here, just wearing that down. It just starts to crumble away. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Now, I did say in places it might be overworked. Like down here, this little river area, little waterfall type going on. Is this overworking? No, it's not. That is beautiful working. And I'm going to credit where it's due, of course. Where there is really nice rock work, like that ridge and that waterfall, those are all very nice indeed. Lots of tree coverage, variations of foliage as well, liking that. As we go up into the mountains, we've just got a little bit of tree detailing in the canyons. That's the least we can expect as well, and most of this is going to be in the distance, so it doesn't need to be overly worked either. Then if we head down past where the hidden highway entrances were, we've got rivers starting up here. Actually, what I want to do is I want to head over there, I want to head over this river, and I want to head over to this water over here. That's where we were going. Now, more rock detailing here, but this is where I'm going to start talking about possibly not making total sense. Like here, see the water flowing through here. You can see how this has been eroded away by strong water flow coming down from that river. You see how that's eroded away from the water flow, and how the water pushing on down here could have eroded away the side of this island, so it becomes a bit rough and crumbled as well. Except for this isn't a river. This is just a lake, and there's no hint as to there being any former river. I mean, if you get in here, these are just hills. There's nothing. There's no dry river bed or anything like that at all. Sorry, oops, didn't mean to drop into that view. So yes, so for me, this is just the water that has sort of like rolled in from the hills. So I don't buy into that. But then we're down to a really lovely. I mean, it looks great. Don't get me wrong. It looks great. I just don't buy it. Anyway, they've come down the river, and then this river looks amazing. Got some great rock work down here as well. Just subtle rock work this time. Just a little bit of erosion just at this location. It stays narrow, it looks really clean and tidy, and then it just settles down, and we just have a general river finding its way down to the sea. And it just looks great. It just looks real. At any point down here, if we drop down for a look, it just looks really nice indeed. And this comes down to a lagoon, and then out of the lagoon into the sea. That's all very tidy. Over here, we're just going to have a quick glance at this, but we've got a swamp area. It's just a hint of a swampy area when there's all of the oil there as well, so you can work that as an oil industry area. Now, talking about overworked though, I'm just feeling that this area here is just, I mean, it's nice. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But it's almost like, oh, I want to have an arch here. This is good though. The water running off of the hills there, running down that gully, finding its way out that little creek there. I say there is really good work. Ultimately, excellent work. Too much of it? I think so, actually. And we've got another one over the opposite side here as well. Again, this is really nice work. Don't really buy into this crumbly rock at this point. Also, where's our crystal summit? Where is our crystal summit? Well, I think it's that, which is nowhere near a peninsula. Okay. Now this I've got to say, we've got the crumbly rocks again here, just all cascading down this side. So yeah, this is definitely a limestoney kind of area. And I did mention the mountain grass back at the start of the show. I've not seen it used so well in a mountain format than this. This is really, there's a lot of it. A few of you might, with smaller computers, might struggle with this, but I think it looks amazing. It's been excellently done. It's absolutely excellent mountain grass work, and I'm buying into the aesthetics. The aesthetics are really, really lovely. Just one or two places where I feel that I don't really understand how it would have evolved. Anyway, what the hell's this? It's a watering hole. Anyway, your chance to vote on this map. It's a well. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Click the link. You can vote with your Facebook login, your Gmail, or even your YouTube login. Or if you've got a Patreon account, a free one at that, you can vote using that too. Okay, aesthetically, do you know what? I really like this. It's eye-catching, it's memorable, it's got a great shape and a vibe to it. I'm gonna say 5 stars. It's just into 5 stars. I cannot see what more I would do with this. Detailing, just a few bits I don't buy into. The standards are there, don't get me wrong. The standards are excellent. Just one or two bits that I feel, what? So I'm going to go for a very high 4 stars. It is really excellent work though. Gameplay potential. Here's the grumbles. Here's the grumbles. Possibly a little bit more water flow at the start square. Possibly. Also, I could see this being a possible candidate for traffic chaos. Still lots of gameplay potential regardless. 4 stars for gameplay. Crystal Summit by Random 5. That is right lovely. Right lovely, I tell you, and gets the BonBonB seal of approval. Well done. That Random 5 is much better than that last map. It hasn't got one of those fabulous dams on it though. Why didn't we have a fabulous dam on that? That might have made all the difference. Should have crammed in the fabulous dam. Anyway, we're into the last 20 seconds, so if you're still here, you're in the 20 and out elite. Head on into the comments, use the word of the day, and score yourself 100 population points. It's completely fictional, completely for fun, and remember, this is only to be spoken about in the last 20 seconds of the show, so don't mention this in the comments. I've been BonBonB, and I'll see you tomorrow.